Hey, what's up? This is Derek Sanders from Mayday Parade. You're listening to idobi Radio.
Fish here at House of Blues in Anaheim right now. Very stoked to be joined by Derek from Mayday Parade.
What's up?
How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
Doing good. I think this is the record. I think I've interviewed you in more states than any other band.
Nice. That's awesome.
I think this might be the 4th or 5th state.
How about that?
Somehow, some way.
Yeah.
So, very stoked. You guys just released your 5th studio album. It's called Black Lines, and I love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This is only your 2nd release. You didn't work with Zach and Ken on, from what I saw, and you worked with the legendary Mike Sebastian. How was that?
It was incredible. Mike's really just an amazing dude. We were a little nervous about it, because it's just, we didn't know what to expect. But he was just really easy to work with, a really wonderful guy, and he really helped us, realize this. We kind of set out to do something different with this one, and I think he really was kind of key in helping us, bring that all together and make an album that's a little bit more raw or rock sounding, I guess. It was great.
How's it working with him on knowing he's produced Taking Back Sunday, Brand New, all these bands that really captured the sound in Black Lines, in my opinion, more than other albums? Did he bring that out in you guys, or that was how you guys were writing it?
I think it's a little bit of both, but that's certainly why we approached him in the first place, was that we just were such big fans of everything he's done. So it kind of made sense, But it was really cool, and obviously cool to hear him tell stories about recording with those bands and whatnot. But it was definitely very cool.
Yeah, it seems it. I saw a bunch of pictures and stuff. You guys recorded it up in Woodstock. What was that experience like? Were you in a church for that? Yes, we
were in a church that's been converted into a studio called Dreamland, and it was amazing. Honestly, it really was. We were able to stay in a little guest house thing that's there at the church. Awesome. We were just there, every day. It's sort of secluded. It's in a really small little town. So it's just beautiful there, and obviously big, nice, beautiful studio with the cool windows and everything, and just a really cool space. It was amazing.
Now, are the acoustics inside the church where you did drums and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, nice big live room. It was really cool. Yeah.
Nice. What was the vibe like being in Woodstock? Also, a very legendary music city. A lot of legendary things coming together for this one album.
Yeah, it was really, really cool because I guess we were technically we were in West Hurley, New York, but it's really close to Woodstock, so we'd go there all the time, and that was part of the cool. Part of what made it so cool was being able to get to know. It's a small little town, Woodstock. There's Kingston, so all the surrounding area. We'd we'd go to the same little breakfast place or whatever, and kind of get to know some of the people there and experience some of the culture. And it is a really neat culture there in Woodstock. So that was part of what made it so cool, for sure.
Definitely. You guys released a documentary with the album called Three Cheers for 10 Years, which means you guys have been a band for 10 years. That's really what it showed. Talk about that a little bit. How is it knowing you started this 10 years ago?
It's pretty crazy. It really is. It's flown by, and that's that's a third of my life. I'm 29 years old, so it's pretty wild. But I think we're just we feel very grateful, and we realize how lucky we are to still be out here doing it. There's so many bands that we've seen that have had some success for a little bit, and then for one reason or another have never not been able to continue. So we're just happy to still be out here doing it at this level, and having a good time with it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I feel like every album you release, you guys get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. The hype just gets bigger and bigger for you guys.
Cool.
Which is crazy to see. Just see the growth from a fan standpoint as well. You guys started out following Warped Tour. That was a big thing, I've heard. And last year, 2014, you guys basically headlined the Warped Tour. One of the bigger crowds I saw. How surreal was that feeling?
That's amazing. Yeah, that's one of the coolest things that I've seen happen in this band, is the growth from, like you said, starting out following Warped Tour, selling CDs when nobody knew who we were, just trying to get people to listen to us, and then to playing it, starting from the really small stage and kind of working our way up. And then 2014, playing the main stage for the first time was a super gratifying moment, just knowing that we've come from being like the smallest band there to playing the main stage and seeing all the steps in between. So yeah, it really is, and I feel like it just reinforces that I feel like anybody can do this, or anybody any dream that someone has, if you work hard enough at it, you can be successful with it. So
yeah, that's really cool to see, and very inspirational for bands that are watching right now, seeing okay, this is possible to do.
Yeah.
So you guys never got bumped to main stage before that?
We in 2012 there were 2 shows that we did on main stage.
Oh, okay.
But they were like kind of like circumstantial. Like it was like the stage we were on was shut down for some reason, and so they like had to move all the bands around, so they bumped us up to the main stage. But it was 2014 was our first time like we felt like we earned it. We were like on the main stage the whole tour, and like yeah.
Gotcha. So right now you're on the AP tour. You got a bunch of great bands on it. You got As It Is, you got Real Friends, you got This Wildlife. Talk about this tour a little bit as a package.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's really, really good bands, really strong bands. It's a lot of diversity, I feel like, and everyone's just been so much fun to hang out with. It's flying by. We have I think like 10 shows left or something, so it's going to be over before you know it. It's been just cruising by, but
I can imagine
it's a good time. Yeah.
So how's the crowd been responding to the newer songs?
It's been good. Yeah, I mean it's always interesting playing new stuff live, especially right as it comes out when people aren't as familiar with it. So like it's been like watching growth as the album's been out now for just over a month. Compared to like the first shows on the tour, now like people are more familiar with the new songs as you go. But they're like fun, energetic songs to play live for the most part. So like that's cool, and people get into it for that reason, I think, as well. But yeah, it's been going over pretty well, I think.
Definitely. I'm a very big fan of the new songs. I'm very stoked to see them live tonight for the first time.
Cool, yeah.
Hollow live is probably absolutely insane.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me on the new record.
Yeah.
So, you personally, you released a song with Cody from Set It Off, Jason Lancaster, called Gotta Be Strong around Father's Day. Did it with Zach and Ken. How was it collaborating with everyone on that?
It was really cool. It was just, so Zach hit me up actually at Cabbage's wedding when Zach was there. That he mentioned the idea of like wanting to do a song like that, and I told him, of course I'm down. I'd love to do anything, be a part of whatever he does. So, I actually recorded it while we were up in West Hurley doing recording our newest album. While we were in the studio, we had a day off, and I just had Brooks help me just go in and track the vocals for it. And then I heard the final thing, a few weeks later with Jason and Cody, and I think it's such a cool song, it's such a powerful song, and I was happy to be able to be a part of all that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was going to ask, that was going to be my next question, if you guys were all in the same room collaborating on it, or was it like everyone in their own studio sending it over?
I wish we could have, but yeah, it was like while we were, gone for a few months, so I just tracked it while I was in the studio, but so there wasn't much collaboration, but I think it turned out really cool.
Yeah, definitely. First time through, definitely teared up a little bit.
Yeah,
definitely hitting close to home on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Took me 2 or 3 times to actually listen through it full without shedding a tear.
Yeah.
They all want to see me cry.
Absolutely.
So, you guys have over 70 songs now. How do you pick for an hour set list? What's the process like for you guys? Because you have so many good songs. It's like, how do you narrow it down?
It's tough. It's really, and it gets harder and harder. This tour, building the set list for this one was really tough. So usually, I'll like the guys will kind of trust me to like I'll come up with like a rough set list and then like present that to them, and then we'll kind of like make tweaks as we see fit or whatever. So yeah, it was difficult. I think it's just like a balance of one, playing like the songs from each album that you feel like are kind of the obvious, like the hits, or like the ones that like the staple songs that people definitely want to see, like Jamie All Over, or like there's from each album there's kind of like those ones that you kind of feel like you need to play, and then just balancing out a little. We want to switch it up a little bit for people that are like seeing us for like the 8th time or the 10th time. We want to play the same songs every tour, but also we don't want to just play really obscure stuff whenever there's people that are seeing us for the first time. So it's kind of just like a balance of like the staple songs and then some of the deeper tracks, and then obviously new stuff on this one. So yeah, it's, you know, we just kind of do our best to put it all together and like make sense of having sort of a flow of like, you know, some faster songs and slower songs, and we kind of build it up and down a little bit. And that's, you know, that's about it, I suppose.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it is tough. You know, people always like, oh, please play this song or please play this song, and it's tough to, you know, you want to make everybody happy. But like you said, with over 70 songs, it's tough to choose.
Yeah. Are you gonna play "Girls" for me tonight? That's the question.
I don't think we're playing that one. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I wish. Yeah, that's it right there. You know, it's always
Always
someone always asks like
one person.
It's always like, well, you know.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
So I think we need a. Was it me and you playing cornhole that one night?
I think so.
Did we
Must have
beat?
been.
Okay, I was gonna challenge you to a rematch, but since we won, I don't think I need to do that.
Yeah.
Now we
Well, I
gotta
don't
take
think-
on someone.
We didn't. I don't think we even brought our cornhole boards.
Really?
Which is actually kind of crazy. We should have. But
What do you do during the day?
play Fallout 4 now. But,
Gotcha.
No, I mean we hang out and with the other bands. The day actually ends up like filling up. You know, there's sound check and meet and greet. You know, and obviously the set and eating and hanging out, and so like, you know, we stay pretty busy throughout the day. Yeah.
Definitely. So how can everyone keep up with you guys? What's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram?
Yeah, I mean, all the band stuff's all just Mayday Parade, I guess. I think it's just at Mayday Parade for the most part. And I'm, you know, at Derek Sanders on Twitter. We all have, you know, it's easy to find. We all have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that good stuff. You know.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the rest of 2015 hold for you guys after this tour, and 2016 and beyond?
So this will pretty much wrap it up. This tour, you know, December we'll have off. And then next year we're going to the UK and some of mainland Europe with the Maine and a few other bands.
Awesome.
So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we have a few other things lined up that we haven't announced yet, so I can't really talk about. But it's pretty much 2016 will just be, you know, touring, supporting this album, both in the U.S. and internationally as well. It'll be just a year of pretty steady touring pretty consistently on the road. Yeah.
Nice. So everyone's gonna get a chance to see you guys.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's gonna be a great time.
It sure will.
Awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and
Yeah,
Fallout 4, putting that on pause for a little while. And I'll be talking to you soon.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good.
Thank you.